ever noticed how a narcissist completely unravels the moment that you ignore them? Oh my God, they just cannot stand. I mean, have you noticed this? I don't know. It's like there's something inside of them that they cannot stand. Okay. They just like, it's the worst thing that you can do is ignore a narcissist. It's not about silence, not about ignorance. You're not being rude. Do you know what? It's about your power, and nothing drives them crazier than losing control. The ultimate punishment for a narcissist, you know what that is, my friends? If you want to know why this works so well,
Hey
watch
everyone,
this video.
welcome to the video. I just got a small ask, my friends, just a small ask. Please, if this video has and is going to be resonating with you, please do give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the channel, because your subscribe literally helps. Every little bit helps with the algorithm and get this information out there. Guys, also don't forget to put your comments in the comments section below. I also offer one-to-one consultations, and at the moment I have got spaces, so please see the description box for more details. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope
Welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. Please write in the comments how you are, because I'd love to hear from you. So I really wanted to make this video because, again, I have noticed, okay, or I have been speaking to a lot of new clients. So just welcome to those of you who, and thank you so much for those of you who have booked sessions with me. What I have been noticing is your need to want to reach out to them, to understand and wanting closure from them. But this is about your power. Okay. You have to understand that when you're dealing with someone like this, you have to play the rules or comply by the rules a completely different way, because this isn't just a run-of-the-mill relationship. Yes, granted, it's a relationship, but it's a toxic relationship, and narcissists think completely differently. Okay. They are, yeah, it's just they think differently, and there's different things that motivate their behavior. And this one, okay, this is about ignoring them, ignorance. This is about you reclaiming your power. And the only way that you're going to do this is with your silence. There is so much power in your silence. And this is what I really wanted to talk about with you guys in this video. So I want to talk about why ignoring shatters their sense of control. Your silence will feed their insecurity. And I want to talk about narcissistic supply withdrawal, basically what is happening to them, so that you get a better picture, you get a better understanding of what is happening and how ignoring expresses their lack of power. And this is a really important topic that I really want to talk about. I could make another video about this. But anyway, let's get into it. As we know, narcissists thrive on control. And the way that they will control you is through manipulations, through lies, through betrayal. And your attention, you're scrambling for their attention, makes them feel important. And that is the control. They control your emotions. They control your behavior. They control the way that you think. So all of this, okay, has a different agenda. They want you to do this. They want you to feel the way that you do. And I think this is the biggest emotional betrayal. Not the fact that they have cheated on you. Not, I know that's hurtful, but I feel like emotional betrayal, making you feel a certain way, and they know that it's making you feel that, and they get happiness out of that. When you stop engaging in that behavior, they lose their ability to steer your emotions. This is how you get your power back. They can't manipulate your silence. They can't ruin it. They can't twist it. They can't manipulate you into thinking a different, they can't gaslight you into submission, because there's nothing there. You're silent. And this is how your silence will feed their insecurity. Because one major factor in this is that you're not behaving in the same way that you did before, meaning that you're behaving out of character. So they can't predict your next move. They're terrified of becoming insignificant in your life. Ignoring them forces them to face a part of themselves that they don't want to. That one thing that keeps them running from it. It's their own emptiness. And they interpret this silence as rejection. And this hits their ego wound, because they are becoming insignificant. And this stems from childhood. This wound has been created in childhood. Either their parent or their parents, would either have given them a lot of attention, which would have fed their ego. Again, they'd have to change who they are so that they serve their parents, so that they get their parents' approval, their attention, um, their compassion, if the parents are capable of that. Also, on the other hand of that, if the parents weren't able to give that narcissistic child any attention, so that narcissist would have learned to adapt their behavior to please their parents, which is what all the love bombing is about right at the beginning. So that child learns to adapt into their environment, which is exactly what they're doing here. What happens is when you ignore them, you're no longer mirroring back their inflated self-image. You're not feeding them, you're not making them feel good. So they're forced to stare into their own emptiness and try to work that out. And believe me, they're not going to want to do that. The silence is their trigger. So the narcissistic supply withdrawal is, one thing you have to understand is when someone is motivated by attention, wanting your emotional supply, this is like their oxygen, okay? Like, this is so important to them. And when you are someone who is motivated by that, you'll do anything to get it. You'll want it more and more, okay? And when it's gone, go into withdrawal. Even though they may have other people to supply them with that attention, they will still go into withdrawal because your silence indicates to them that what they are doing is basically you're saying, I see what you're doing. I just don't want to do this anymore. I just don't like it. So they get embarrassed, even though they'll never show you. They'll get embarrassed. They'll stop doing that. But they will go into anxiety, into rage, into depression because they are being exposed for their behavior. On the other hand of that, they might apologize. They might hoover. They might want you back. They might do these things to get your attention. It's not because they care. It's because they're withdrawing from that supply. They're withdrawing from your attention. Narcissists, in most cases, will react with rage. And that is because they are losing control. They're losing their grip over you. And they will go into their animalistic reaction, okay, their ego reaction. And that's all about rage. They're getting annoyed. They're getting angry because they can't have something that they want. Kind of like a child that throws a tantrum. It's kind of the same thing, but in an adult. So they're going to start guilt tripping you. They're going to be starting being rude. They'll lash out. They'll smear you. They'll shift the blame onto you. Why should you deal with that? Why should you have that happen to you with all of everything else that they've done to you? So rage is their attempt to reassert control over you. They try to shout, be rude, so that it scares you into submission. The calmer that you stay, the more unhinged they will become because you have power over them. They're becoming unhinged. They're full of rage, their anger, anxiety, depression. They can't control that when they're in that state. So their real selves is being exposed. Not that you are doing this intentionally, kind of are, but you're not. You are getting power back. And silence is your self-protection. It's not a game. You're not ignoring them to manipulate you. What you're doing is you're setting a boundary and they just don't like it. They don't want that. They don't want to play the game by your rules. Silence is choosing peace over chaos. Silence is your self-preservation. I mean, look, what is the alternative? You go over there, you want to start talking to them, you want to get answers, you might as well talk to the wall. Talk to the wall because you'll get more of a response, okay, and you're not going to feel bad. So silence is your power, okay? It's going to be more beneficial for you to do that for you. You're not going to get the answers that you want. They're going to lie to you. They're not going to tell you what it is that you need to hear, which is the truth. They're not going to do that because, let's face it, that's not what they do. That's not what they are about. What you're saying to them, you're sending a clear message to say that you don't have access to me anymore. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. But what they will start doing is they'll start putting you down. They'll start talking behind your back. They're going to start triangulating you with other people, perhaps maybe with a new supply, with a new person, because they're not going to stay down for long. They're going to want supply. They're going to need that. They are going to be using new partners and friends to provoke jealousy within you. This is why I said right at the beginning, do not watch their social media, because that's all about lies and that's all about getting you back. And yes, they are that strategic and cruel, because they will do that to you. There might be smear campaigns. There definitely will be smear campaigns. They will be talking behind your back. They'll be saying nasty things, so that alters people's perception of you. You might get the Hoover, you might not. You might get that I miss you, I've changed, I want us to get back together. But without any real work, how can that actually happen? And one thing you need to remember, and one thing that I really would love if you were to take this message with you today from this video, is that when you don't react, this cycle breaks. Remember the message that you are sending to them. This is about you reclaiming yourself back, reclaiming your power back. So ignoring a narcissist isn't cruel. It's a message to them, and it is your closure. Okay. So if any of you are struggling with this at the moment, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below for more details. If this video has resonated with you, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, because I'd love to have you here. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.